Hello and welcome, I'm Logan with All Paths Taken, and this is part 9 of my 100% walkthrough of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. In this episode, we will be finding someone Miquella threw away in order to become a god. As always, we are going for every secret, every item, and every boss, so fellow Tarnished, rise and join me on my quest to become the true Elden Lord. So as mentioned, we're going to find out who he exactly threw away. If you've already played the game, you know the answer. If not, comment your thoughts down below on who it might or may not be. But for start, since last episode we broke the seal, and it's going to cause all of our NPCs' quest lines to go forward, we're going to talk with them all. We got to talk to Leda, Hornsent, Freyja, Thiollier, Moore, and Ansbach. So let's start with the first one. That's kind of important. Actually, we'll do Leda. Leda first.
Oh, hello. Did you feel it? Miquella the Kind's enchantment appears to have broken. But while my devotion to kindly Miquella remains unchanged, by my troth I am not so sure about the others. No, wait. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. I can wield my sword to cull the undeserving, those unfit to bask in tender Miquella's presence. I should have thought of this earlier. Right. It's time to begin ferreting out those of us who don't deserve to be at kindly Miquella's side.
Alright, so, a couple things I want to talk about before we say make a decision. Leda will now be at a point where she wants to start taking out a couple of different servants who are questionable. So Thiollier or Hornsent. We want to suggest the Hornsent because if we suggest Thiollier, his quest line will end, and we won't be able to progress his line, which is kind of important for this episode because it drops a lot of lore for Miquella in this episode. So we want to leave him alone. We want to have her suggest Hornsent. Now, later in the game, when we are in Shadow Keep, this will give us an option to either help Hornsent or help Leda when they face off and try to kill each other. This will also later give us an option to help Leda fight Ansbach or help Ansbach fight Leda. In both situations, in my opinion, I would recommend helping those oppose Leda. So you're trying to invade to help them stop Leda. That way you get good rewards from each of them. Leda's rewards will be talismans. I believe one supports your rolling, one supports your dashes. So when you roll or dash, you will get a boost of damage for every time you do that. So your immediate attack after you roll or after you backstep or dash. Again, it's helpful if that's the way you want to play with a really fast dodging style of combat. But to me, especially with Ansbach, the reward is just so much better. So with Ansbach questline, we want to help him as much as possible because we get one of the best Reapers in the game. We get his full armor set. We get I believe, an Ash of War and an incantation from him too. A lot of really, really, really good stuff. If you help her, I believe you only get his bow and I think his armor set, which again, we'll get just by completing his quest line anyway. So not really worth it in my opinion for Ansbach. In terms of Hornsent, he gives us a ridiculously good Ash of War that is on his weapon that we can now put on a different weapon. So we get access to a really powerful Ash of War. So either way, suggest Hornsent, and then we kind of want to follow Ansbach and Hornsent and help them as they eventually get invaded by Leda. So that's just my opinion. On the second playthrough then, you kind of want to do the opposite of what you chose here. So you can still suggest Hornsent, obviously, to get those invasions. And then you can now help Leda in that situation. If you do essentially get or help Leda in each instant, I believe she rewards you with, like I said, a talisman. And I can't remember if there's anything else. Either way, though, I don't think it's as helpful. I really, really don't. So it's up to you guys. But to me, in this playthrough, we are going to be helping Hornsent and Ansbach fight Leda.
The Hornsent. On one hand, he trusts Miquella the Kind to bring salvation to his people. With the enchantment lifted, his vengeful passions may once again ignite. But surely he'd be mindful of kindly Miquella's promise. On the other hand, the Hornsent does present his own dangers. Perhaps your concerns are well-founded after all. Allow me some time to mull it over.
Alright, so that is pretty much all she will say for a while. Now we can talk to Hornsent.
Intriguing. What remains there to be said? Do you presume us allies even now? Though Miquella's spell is newly broken, I must profess, the spell mattered little. Uphold his covenant, Miquella shall, and in godhood redeem our rueful clan. Then Marika and vilest Erdtree both will at last be from divinity wrenched. And surely, contented I will be.
So he's basically saying, like, I didn't need the charm. I would have served Miquella anyway because he wants to uproot the Erdtree and all of the Tarnished. But then once he said that, you kind of see him hesitating, say, I'll be content with that. So in reality, he's probably still go and killed some of the Tarnished. So that's one of the reasons why we should be suggesting Hornsent to Leda.
But first, clear resounds the call of vengeance. The Impaler, Mesmer, must pay his due. In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield. How could I allow myself to forget? Revenge alone assures me peace of mind.
So we can summon him for the Mesmer fight. Just to conclude his quest line, I'm probably going to summon him. I'm probably not going to win during that fight, but I'm going to summon him so I get the dialogue, and we should be able to get his quest line fulfilled.
Think not to hinder me upon my path, lest you too wish to face the reckoning.
Alright, good talk, man.
Think lest you...
Good talk. Now, let's go check on Freyja.
Oh, there you are. Good. If you happen to see Lady Leda, tell her that I'm striking out on my own. Don't worry, I've no mind to cross any of you. The guidance of kind Miquella remains etched into my very flesh. It's only... there's something that I must know. Kindly Miquella spoke of the vow he once made with General Radahn, and it is here the vow shall be honored. I am a Redmane. I must know the nature of the vow. I'll be out on my own for some time. There's something I must know. There is no need for concern. I will be true to my word. Although I do feel a hint of regret, Lady Leda and Honorable Ansbach are of a special breed. How glorious it would have been had we met in battle as sworn enemies. I'll be out on my own for some time. There's something I must know.
Alright, so Freyja basically says that she's going to be parting ways. She wants to look into the promise that Radahn made with Miquella. So, kind of interesting how that works. Kind of interesting. We will find out more as we progress into the Shadowkeep episode, which will be pretty much what we're doing next, once we get through this section of the game. So we got 2 more NPCs to talk to, 3 more NPCs to talk to, then we'll move on.
It's broken. Kind Miquella's light is gone, but I stand tall. Together, we work. Together, for Miquella the Kind. I don't know what to do. Our mother abandoned her brood. She did not love us. We are her children.
Alright, well, sorry, my fault. I accidentally bumped a cord and then my capture card broke. So I apologize about that. But basically the dialogue that you missed was he's talking about his mother, how the mother left, and kindly Miquella seal is gone. So he's kind of like, I feel really sad. What do I do? Do I move on or do I stay sad forever because I don't like how I feel right now and I want to know if it gets better? If you tell him, remain sad forever, he dies, and I believe you can get his armor, but do not quote me on that. You'll get his armor later in the DLC if you do say put it behind you. If you put it behind you now, you are allowed to also progress through Thiolier's dialogue and Thiolier's quest as well, so you can get an item to use for another NPC that we have not met yet. So, it'd be a good idea to keep him alive and just say put it behind you.
Maybe that's kindly Miquella's love. Love for all the unloved. Love to banish the pain.
Alright, so is there anything else I wanted to buy before he disappears? Because I believe he moves after this. I don't think so. I think we're okay.
Oh, I know. Give this to Thiollier. He asked me to find it. I finally found it. Yes, the unloved. Every single one of us can banish our pain forever. I like finding things. For you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the forager brood. Things bring joy to all.
Alright, so that is it for more as of right now. Now let's talk to Sir Ansbach.
Kindly Miquella has discarded his great rune. The fog that vexed my aging faculties has been lifted, and follies better left forgotten haunt me once again. Once, in an attempt to free Lord Moog from his enchantment, I challenged tender Miquella, only to have my own heart rather artfully stolen. I knew not how weak I was. I believed that with sufficient mastery, even an Empyrean would be within reach of my blade. I could not have been more mistaken. Miquella the Kind is a monster, pure and radiant. He wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying. Righteous tarnished, Miquella the Kind makes my blood run cold. I am loath to admit it, but even at this very instant, I wish to run very far away indeed.
Alright, so basically you're starting to find out that kindly Miquella is not so kind. He actually is a little bit cray-cray, as he seems to be manipulating some kind of scheme or plan. And you can bet that after Sir Ansbach dialogue was any hint, he's using Moog's body for something. But we will find out about that as we progress through Shadowkeep and we do the rest of their quest lines. Oh, I forgot Thiollier. We gotta talk to him. Alright, last person to talk with.
Oh, are you not affected? Even with the spell broken, I'm feeling rather lost. Haunted by memories of St. Trina. Her visage, her scent, the lure of velvety sleep. Would kindly Miquella chasten me for falling for St. Trina, while knowing that she was the discarded half? The problem is, I simply cannot help it. I would sacrifice everything just to gaze upon her one last time. Oh? What's this? I have to say, Sir Moore has an awfully sharp eye, doesn't he? It's wonderful. This ebony, as lustrous as the night sky unending. I don't think I could ever thank him enough, but I'll have to think of something. Ah, forgive me. You two deserve your share of the reward. I'll mix up something special. If you find yourself weary of the weight of this life, then just give me the word. Sleep is a balm. An eternal sleep is an elixir. Is that so? Then take this. This concoction concocts even the oldest of dragons to sleep. For you, it will grant the sweetest slumber for all eternity.
Alright, so we get Thiolier's Concoction, which is what we want so we can use it on an NPC Later in the game, it is a dragon NPC. One, I believe, is found on the Jagged Peaks. Alright, so that should be everything in his quest line as of right now. We will progress it further as we move through the Stone Coffin Fissure. So now, once we get to the Grace and we warped back, we can finally head through the Cerulean coast and we can move through this little tunnel as we get to our next zone. This zone is kind of annoying. I'm going to be completely honest. There's a couple parts where you're just like, okay, all right, this is the Anne Orlando of this game, huh? But it's in a more annoying way, not necessarily a challenging way. So when we get to the Grace, you can rest if you need to, but we're going to climb up this little cliffside as it's going to lead to a platform that has an item way over there that you can see. And I want to run and jump off. We don't want to get right up to the item, as we want to kind of lure that enemy down, and then we can get the item that drops. Now I want to fall down here and head to the southeast, as we can make our way down to this enemy. This is a blood fiend, but now when it breathes, it will do sleep buildup. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Oh, I forgot. I don't have my ruin on. I gotta use those. Alright, so you don't have to kill that blood fiend there. We can just grab this item and move on our way, as the only other thing up there is our Grace. So we just kind of took a different or an alternate path to try to get to the same spot. So now as we come over to this spot, it will break. We want to fall down, and then we want to see a ton of blood fiends that are around, and we want to kill the ones on the left first. So we're going to sneak up and we're going to kill this dude. Wow. That's fine. I didn't want to survive. Alright, so there's one. Here's going to be another one. Take your time, game. Take your time. There we go. Good job. Got him. Oh, now they're coming? Okay, well, I guess we can kill them too. It's a little out of order, but whatever. Take your time. Do a little poke in the butt, never hurt anybody. Alright, then let's find this last dude over here. Nice. Beauty. Okay, now we'll kill these two, and we'll go grab that other Grace, just in case. Oh, good move, sir. Let's get all my health back, baby. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay. Well, that wasn't close. Alright, I wonder why I have a flask that says I have no health. Or I'm less health. Is that because of my thingamajig? Is that because of my Melania thing? It might be because of my Melania thing. It probably is because of my Melania thing. That's fine. It is what it is. We just got a couple enemies left. Probably the cost for being able to regenerate health. Nice. Got him. Almost went right off the edge, but it worked. And we can grab the deep purple lily. Excellent. We grabbed all of the items up to this point in the game. Now we want to head to our Grace over here, and this technically is a legacy dungeon, so we can't use Torrent. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So we can come over here to talk to this dude. He's going to tell us that Miquella dropped something real special that is kind of like a big mistake for him. So you can see he's like, how can you do that without saving yourself? So there's like a good saying. My interpretation of this might not be what the actual interpretation is, but like saving yourself is important. Like it's important as beauty. That's helpful. It's important as like you need to love yourself, right? It says, I abandon here my love. So what was a part of him that basically was his actual ability to love was Saint Trina. So Saint Trina is his other half, his other being. That was his affliction of eternal youth type of deal. That was part of his affliction of eternal youth. As he and Melania were born with different negative afflictions. I don't remember what they were, or what they all were, but yeah. Hang on, where's my other jump? There's supposed to be a fall down here. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Alright, so we want to drop down here as this leads to a little hidden path that has a cool weapon over here. I think it's one of the few weapons that is... Oh, I turned. You're a liar. You're a liar. I turned. How am I missing? Alright, but we just want the Velvet Sword of Saint Trina. Kind of a cool weapon. Its Ash of War shoots sleep. And then we have a, like, it leaves behind a cloud of sleep as well. It's similar attack to Sacred Blade. Alright, then we can get the Glowwort. We can leave those big boys alone, and we can head up this path. As we get up to the top, we have a Grave Bird. Oh my god, I thought I jumped right off the edge. And then as we come this way, we want to try to climb up the ship. As we have a few more grave birds to kill. I don't remember if there's an item this way. But this is the path we can take back to get to the Grace. So we can just jump up here. If I can. There we go. And then you can get over to that last ship over here. There is an item to the right that we will go get. I just want to kind of show you where everything is at. So if you don't come that way and you come this way instead over that big rock, you can kill that bird, then the other one. Little helpful, little helpful. But now we can grab this item over here, and then we can continue through the level. So remember when I said that this level is kind of like Anne Orlando? You see the big statues or the statue ball enemies that are kind of like standing up, looking all mischievous like. Yeah, they're a pain in the buns. So as you get close, they'll start shooting lasers at you. Ouch. Okay. I just want to go out this little corner. Alright, so once you get up on them, if you're starting to swing, you'll be okay and you won't get hit. Now, there's an item over there. We're going to go get it in a little bit. We got to kill 1 and 2 lasers, and there's also going to be a warrior bird around that corner. So we're going to kill this one first while avoiding the bomb enemies that you can see as we land, those little bundles of rock. Then we're going to wrap around the corner to kill that one and the grave, or the grave bird, or the warrior bird. So you will have 2 enemies shooting lasers at you now. Ow. Ow. Alright, perfect. As we round the corner, there's going to be a warrior bird that's just coming. Now we can come up top. Alright, so you can, if you want to, go kill that one, but honestly, that was the only enemy left, so I'm not going to do it yet. We'll come back and kill him as we're ready to progress forward through the level. Now, we're heading this way to go get an item. It's another Glowwort. All you're going to try to do, lure a couple at a time, and just let them all kind of blow themselves up, so you don't accidentally kill yourself. Because that'd be kind of tragic, you know? You're just going for one item. You don't want to actually blow up. So, there we go. Grave Glowwort 8. I wish it was like a great Glowwort to make it actually worth it, but oh well. It is what it is. Now we can come up top. And then we can head to our last little statue dude. Try not to hit those enemies on the ground, as they will also fly to you and attack you if you are right up in their business. There we go. Simple enough. Now we can jump off this little edge here, as we have a flower that we can get, and we have a smithing stone 6. As we make our way this way, there should be another ship that we can jump off, or jump onto. Again, these things will try to blow up, so be prepared as you run by, so you move into a position where you're not going to die. And then we have our next race over here in the corner. Alright, so the Anor Londo section is pretty much done, thank goodness. It's a very annoying section because it's a very slow section to go through. Now we're going to come across here. We have some skeleton enemies that will appear. One's going to be up on our left. We're going to have a couple roll at us. Oh, you didn't fall off the edge. That sucks. Nice. I got him, even though he was on the edge. Oh god, that was so close. Whew, there might be one more up top that's coming, but we'll see. Alright, there we go. Told you there was one more. Alright, so now that that is done, we can head in here. We want to kill this thing. It's really tanky, but we want to kill it for one very important reason. It has, I think, 7 smithing stone 8s, which is one of the rarest stones in the game. So we want to make sure that we get it. Holy 7,000. Alright, so let's see how many things it drops. Yeah, 7 smithing stone 8s. Absolutely redonkulous. And again, be careful as you come through so you don't get grabbed. And then as we come up here, we have a misbegotten Leonin. And the slimes will come after you. So if you get your butt whooped, try to pay attention to the area around you, as there might be 1 or 2 of these slime balls that come for you. No, that's illegal. Well, that's unfortunate. I just sat there like that one chocolate lab meme, where I'm just disappointed in myself. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Much better. Good job, me. Alright, we got Multilayered Ring of Light, which is a really powerful incantation. Really powerful incantation. Alright, so we want to head this way. Can't remember. Doesn't that lead somewhere? No, I don't. No, let me check. I can't remember. There's like one little section that I was never able to find in my walkthrough prep. And you can see it from the previous grace. I'll show you here in a moment. I'll warp to it. And I was not sure how to get there. I'll probably explore a little bit and see if I can find it. But here is our last grace of the area. And you can see all of these different animals sleeping. Kind of letting you know that we are in an area with a lot of sleep. So more than likely someone who's a real sleepy lady is going to be waiting for us down there. Alright, so let me check. Is it this one? Fissure Waypoint? I think that's where we're at. Alright, so where it is right over there. And for some reason... Oh my god, was it really that? I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I don't know how I could not find that. I was like, oh, obviously I just wrap around. Obviously I just wrap around and grab the items over here. No, that is not the case. I'm so dumb. So we get the Mass of Putrescence, which is kind of a cool spell. And then we should have a way to loop around. Yep. Ooh, what's this? Isn't this where an item was too? Over here? Nope, apparently not. Oh, that's fine. We will just run through everything. I don't really want to kill everybody. Ah, this is where my body was that I was looking for. Yep, because there's your grace dead ahead. Excellent. Again, you can kill these guys. I don't really want to. I want to go fight the boss. Hello, skeleton archers. Alright, and here we are back at our big slime ball. Well, that was pretty easy. I can't believe I didn't figure that out. I can't believe it. I can't believe I did not figure that out. I feel so dumb. I feel so dumb. So dumb that I did not figure that out on my walkthrough prep. Because I even saw that item and I was like, huh, I wonder how you get over there. And then I saw the circle that we come back through by the slime and I'm like, huh. Maybe after I beat the boss, I can come back and find a way through there. And I couldn't. I had no idea. So, yeah, little did I know that you had to come from the grace. Yeah, come from the grace to do it. So, I'm very smart. I'm very, very smart. Alright, so this is our path we take to the boss fight. There are no other items here. I'm going to listen to this guy and then we'll talk about our boss. Alright, so if it wasn't obvious, we now find out that St. Trina is below. So, we have a very annoying boss, in my opinion, to fight. The boss is the Putrescent Knight. The Putrescent Knight is pretty strong. He's got some really awkwardly timed moves, and he himself just moves very weird. He's kind of like a skeleton slime thing. I don't really know how else to describe it. Ooh, carry and retaliation. Isn't that a thing I have? Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. But as I was saying, like, he just moves really weird. He's got a great axe that's really, really curved, almost like Orphan of Kos from Bloodborne. He rides around on half a horse that's covered in putrescence or, like, black goo. He has a couple of different combos to watch out for. He will always start out the fight the exact same way, where he charges in from the southwestern or the western part of the arena. And as he charges in, he will leap off, or he might do 1 or 2 swipes, and then he will leap off of his horse, jump at you, do a couple of spin to win attacks. His horse will also charge at you in the middle of the combo. He'll flip around and do the same thing back at you again. So it's a really weird way to dodge, but it's something he does all the time. So get used to dodging that. He also loves to try to keep you on his left side. So if that is the case, make sure you're trying to stay near his butt, as that is where you have the most opportunity that I have found to deal damage with a melee style build. Around half health, he's going to switch to phase 2. That will be when his horse will raise him in the air. A giant black goo will start raising up with him, and he will send some ghost flame at you, or putrescent flame at you. That will cause frostbite to happen. Whenever that happens, you can dodge or just jump up in the air. At one point, you will have to jump up because it will come from the right side of the screen to your left, or it will just be a big ring at once. So jumping is the best way to get around those fire attacks. Other than that, he will throw the axe or his weapon a couple of times, kind of like a boomerang, because it is shaped like one. But other than that, there really isn't much else for the boss fight. It is a really, really unique boss, I will say that. And it also has a really cool entrance, because we get to do this. This reminds me so much of Dark Souls 3, with the giant leaps of faith when you try to fight Dark Eater Midir. Oh, so cool. On your first fight, by the way, he will not come out until you start walking forward. On all other fights after this, the moment you land, he will give you a second to buff yourself, and then he will also attack you as well. So, the closer we get, here he is. Alright, so a couple swipes, and then he's going to eventually get mad and start doing his jump attacks. Here we go. Dodge. Dodge twice. Dodge the horse. And then dodge through and dodge the horse again. And then we got to dodge through, which I was a little late. I should also mention he is very weak to thrust. Thrust attacks are your bread and butter if you can get them to connect. Like, look at that damage. Oh, dang it. I dodged the wrong way. But he's a pretty fun fight. He can be pretty challenging. I'm not 100% sure if you can parry him. I would not be surprised, as he doesn't have a gigantic weapon or anything. It just might be really awkward for parrying. And honestly, I like fighting this guy straight up, so I'm not gonna try to parry him. But now that it is the second attempt, as soon as I land, he will start attacking, and all other fights like this after. As soon as I land, he'll give me like 2 seconds to buff, and then we will go right into it again. Ooh, going to the combo right away, buddy. All right. There we go. There we go. That's what I like. Oh, it's so much damage. Oh, good move, sir. He will follow that combo up with a second overhead slam, just so you are aware. I am not getting wonderful RNG this time. Definitely showing off the moveset. Ouch. There's the combo. Oh, I went the wrong way, dang it. What? I disagree with that hitbox, but okay. He might buff himself, but it looks like he might do, yeah, I was gonna say, might chuck it. Now he's gonna buff. Okay, maybe he's not. I'm done. Don't listen to me. Oh, there's the jumpies that I totally didn't jump. Beauty. Heal. Come on now. What the heck? I hate that, like, the last few episodes, my jumpy or my heal buttons have just not worked. Like, I'm hitting it. I just think I'm hitting the button too slow. Like, I'm holding it down. Instead of just tapping. Oh, good move. Jump. Miss me. Miss me. Oh, good move, sir. 3 heals left. That's plenty. Ah. Oh, I didn't activate my Great Rune. What's wrong with me? Whew. No, I'm still alive. Okay. That terrified me. I thought I was dead. Whoops. That's not good. Oh, here comes the fire. Oh, I jumped the wrong way. I'm dead. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I hit the button at the wrong time. Dang it. It's a good thing this isn't the Deathless run that I'm doing on Saturdays. Because if it was, I'd be screwed. I'm dying way too much. Granted, with, you know, Deathless run. It's kind of one death and, you know, that's it. So, yeah. If you want to see the Deathless run, you can go check the VODs on my channel, or you can tune in on Saturdays as I play Elden Ring, and we're trying to get through the base game right now. See if one day I'll be able to actually be Elden Lord without dying. Dang it, I missed my opportunity for massive damage. Oh, God. I am so bad at learning this boss's hitboxes. Like, I'm so bad at this fight for some reason. I don't know why. It's just because he moves weird, I think. And I don't really understand when to dodge. Because sometimes his attacks look exactly the same, and there's a delay, and then sometimes there's no delay. Like that. It looks exactly like one of his other combos, and I got obliterated. Ow. No! No, no, you don't get to turn 180 degrees in the middle of an attack, you cheater! You know the most annoying part about this? The most annoying part of this whole thing? I still have like 10 minutes left of Thiolier's questline because it's so much dialogue and cutscene nonsense. And I say that in a good way because it's kind of cool lore, but like, I'm just in a bad mood because I'm dying all the time, man. I want to live and win. I just got to play better. Playing like a noob, a scrub. I've got too many hours to be playing this bad. Got like 1,200. I shouldn't be this bad at the game. There we go. That's good. Cheating. Can't hit me. It's illegal. Aw, man. Ooh, figured out a couple of spots I can hit you on. Oh, that's early. That's early. You're not at half health. Oh, I missed. Oh, that's the big one that comes in. I did it the wrong way again, god dang it. Cheater! Cheater! What? I disagree. Okay, that one I agree with. That one I agree with. I deserve to get hit. I was trying something new. It didn't work. That's fair. Now I know. But this one I can do. Yeah. Love that damage. Again? Alright, well, whatever. Dude, why you gotta run away all the time? I think that's what's getting me too. It's like, I don't know when to hit you because you run away so much. So it's like, I don't know when you're gonna stand there and let me hit you. Oh, good move. Ah, I did it right. Good move. Oh, give me that combo again, yeah. Dang it, come on. You were doing good things. You were standing still. Ow. It's not fair that you get to keep doing magic and you're like untouchable. Ow, good move, sir. I'll give you that one. That was a good move. I'm dead. Please, God. No! Oh my God, I'm choking. I'm 100% choking. Oh my God, I choked! Ah! Oh my God! I can't believe I did that. That was like 5 minutes. That was like a 5-minute fight. And I lost. I didn't panic literally until the end because I was like, oh, all I gotta do is just set up wing stance and I'll win because I've got less than that left. I can do it. Nope, I choked. I panicked. He gave me more than enough time to heal and I didn't because I am fool. I am fool. At least I have this long fall to think about my life. Maybe I'm not that smart. Maybe I'm not that good at Elden Ring. Alright, well, time to prove myself wrong. Maybe I am good. Now I need to prove myself right. I don't know, I'm confusing you. Oh God. That was really janky. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? When I was under him was just weird. That's cheating. Woo! Take your time. Take your time. What? Just one. Oh, I couldn't get over that? That sucks. I thought I could jump right over that attack, but I guess not. I hate that move. That big delay just gets me every time. Cheating! Cheating! I can't hit you when you're up there. Dang it. I deserve that. I wasn't paying attention. Take your time. Take your time. Oh, I was late on that dodge. Dang it. Okay. I respectfully disagree, but alright. Whew! Almost got rocked there. Oh, good move, sir. Alright, this is the jump backwards. Yup, there we go. I didn't blow it that time. Oh, we're so close, baby. Oh, the wombo combo that cheats. Woo! We did it, baby! Let's go! Heck yeah, that was fun. What a cool fight. What a cool fight. Alright, so that is the Putrescent Knight that was guarding Saint Trina. Now we gotta talk to her. Or I should say, like, try to talk to her, I guess? It's not really talking. If you don't know what I mean, you'll understand in a minute. Or two. Or three. Alright, let's level up just because we can. Excellent. There she is. Imbued in her own, like, Fergal bloom. It's kind of cool. We can grab her Disciple Cookbook. And then we can grab, like, the purple flowers, the dark purple flowers in here as well. And then we can get him embedded. Is that embedded? I don't remember. What's it called? Imbibe. Imbibe the nectar. Whatever that means. Yep. That's what it means when we talk to her. So, we have to do this like 5 or 6 times, but we're going to do it 2 times first. Then we're going to go talk to Thiollier because he wants to know where she is. And we're going to let him know. That way we can keep dying here for as long as we need. I never realized that she turns to look at you. That's kind of cool. Like, did you see that, right? I was slightly out of position, and when I went to talk to her, she didn't say anything, but she turned to look at me. It's weird. Very weird. Almost like there's a lore reason why that happens. Alright, so let's grab our ruins. And then we can go talk to Thiollier.
I'm feeling rather lost. Haunted by memories of St. Trina. Are you certain of this? Is this all a plot to make a mockery of me? Oh heavens, what am I saying? Forgive me. You deserve my deepest gratitude. I will make the journey. To the southern coast, as you say. To venture into the depths of the fissure. I will make the journey. To the southern coast, as you...
Alright. So, I don't know what I did differently, but we could have talked to him a little bit more to find out that he likes St. Trina more than he does Miquella. Maybe it was earlier before I left. Maybe I left last time too early. Oh well, it's fine. It doesn't really change anything with his quest or dialogue. It's just something we missed.
Oh, St. Trina, what velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice. Hello. Thank you. It was all just as you said. To think, without your guidance, I wouldn't have seen St. Trina again. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon, I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
Alright, so now that we talked to him, we can then talk to St. Trina. Now, this time, I believe we will have St. Trina talk to us, tell us a little bit about Miquella. Oh, I might be wrong. I miscounted, didn't I? Yep, I miscounted. We had to do it 3 times. Yep, 3 times. I'm dumb. I even had it in bold. Yeah, you can see now that it's our 3rd time, or our 4th time, I should say. You can see that she's more active, so she actually wants to talk with us. Where before, she was very, very still.
Miquella, stop. Don't turn the poor thing into a god.
Alright, so now we need to talk with Thiollier again.
Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. St. Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me. And only me. I'll thank you not to lie to me. I am the chosen, not you. Only I can doze off in the sea of St. Trina. Why would you hear her voice when I cannot? If you should utter these cruel untruths to me again, I won't be held responsible for my actions. Please, enough. I cannot believe your cheek. And I will stand for it no longer.
Alright then. Let's see if she has anything more to say. Yeah, you can see again how she's like more active when we're brushing through. Compared to when before, when she was just completely still. Kind of cool how you can see her stirring in her sleep.
It would be Miquella's prison. A caged divinity is beyond saving.
So from what I understand with that is basically she's trying to say that being a god is not what you want because you're going to be limited on what you're going to be allowed to do. That was sick.
such strength, but for what?
Alright, then we get St. Trina's Smile, which is kind of cool. And now we can talk to him again to progress his quest line.
You. I was no good to anyone. Beginning to end. Weak as a kitten, and thick as two planks. I suppose dying in disgrace is fitting, in a way. Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then, what did Sir Trina tell you?
We gotta talk to her one more time to get the last little bit of dialogue.
You must kill Miquella. Grant him forgiveness.
So again, Miquella, who's, as we finding out, abandoned his love for himself, which was basically what St. Trina was, as she cares for those that are downtrodden, like Thiollier, who's very weak, not really strong enough to defend himself. He barely even stood a chance against us, right? So basically, she's saying without that empathy, what he's going to do is what he did to the NPCs at the start of the DLC, where follow kindly Miquella, we follow him. But it's going to be that for everybody. So everybody is going to be in a cage. So it's going to be a prison for him because he's not really going to rule. He's just going to kind of be a, in my opinion, like the jailer who's going to lock the key on all of our minds. And we're going to serve him. But in the end, it'd be like a shallow victory, as he would basically have world domination to keep us happy, even though it's not really our version of happy. It's his version, which doesn't not necessarily mean it's a bad thing. But the way he's going about it is not really in a good way.
Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then, what did Sir Trina tell you? You are a wretched, wretched soul. A nightmare come to plague me. Such a thing couldn't possibly be. Could it? St. Trina, please let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. St. Trina, in my...
Alright, so there's no new dialogue for St. Trina, no new dialogue for Thiollier. If you do imbibe yourself one more time, I'll just show you just because. But every single one from here on out is basically going to be the same dialogue of basically you got to stop Miquella. That's basically it. And then Thiollier will just kind of go like, he'll groan on the ground, and that's pretty much everything that happens in their quest lines. But now Thiollier becomes an NPC we can summon for the final boss of the DLC, and maybe one other boss as well through the DLC. I'm not 100% sure.
You must kill Miquella. Grant him forgiveness.
Yep, see, same dialogue. So we are done being imbibed or taking in the nectar. So now we can basically get out of here, and we can go start trying to finish the end of the game or get to the end of the DLC which is past Shadowkeep. We got the Ancient Ruins of Rao. We got the Shadu View, which is over in this direction. We got the back half of Shadu, or the Shadow Fortress, along with a couple other sections as well. And then the Abyssal Woods and the Jagged Peaks. And then we are done. So there's about... Oh, and the other top version, I think it's like the Charo's Hero Grave or something like that. We have like... How many sections is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... About 6 episodes, maybe less, left. 7. Anner Elim. I forgot about that. The last section of Belarot. So, we have a few places left. In the next episode, we are going to be starting from the High Road Cross. Real quick, let's check just to see if Needle Knight Leda has anything to say. I don't think she will. It'll be like, let me mull it over. That's pretty much it.
Ah, there you are. It took me long enough, I know. But I've made my decision. I believe it wisest to eliminate the Hornsent. If he were to point his blade at Sir Mesmer or Queen Marika, perhaps it would not matter, but vengeance changes a man. And one day, his blade may turn towards Miquella the Kind. Kindly Miquella is, after all, the true golden child. Even if he discards every last drop of his being, his lineage will always remain. I believe the Hornsent suspects what I have in mind. He never placed his full trust in me, even under the effect of kindly Miquella's spell. He must have recognized something. The scent of the killer that slept within me, the stench of crusted blood. I will follow the Hornsent. To have his revenge on Sir Mesmer, there is only one place he will go. The Black Keep. I will follow the Hornsent. To have his revenge, the Black.
Alright, and that is where we will start in the next episode. So that big, beautiful, terrifying tower is where we are going to be heading next. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you guys all being here on this really, really, really fun playthrough. Sorry for like the last 10 minutes of just being slow cutscenes, talking with NPCs, checking things out. But there's a lot of lore that happened in this episode, and I wanted to make sure we got all of it, as we are going to be wrapping up the DLC in about 5 to 7 more episodes. So, stay tuned for the next one, as I mentioned earlier. If you want more of my content, make sure you stick around and subscribe. I live stream on Saturdays. And in the future, during the summer months, I will be also streaming a little bit on Sundays, off and on, depending on what I got going on. And then last thing I will mention too is if you did like the video, make sure you do click like, as it helps me out a lot. And after that, I think that's it, everybody. I will see you all in the next episode or over the weekend in a live stream. I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I will see you around.